guys, welcome back to another weekly vlog. I'm here with this kid. He just napped for 10 minutes. Really not good. Oh, I don't know. But we are enjoying being at Nana and Grandpa's. Today is our last full day, which is so sad. I don't want to go. Right, Annie? So Jeff is working today until around, he'll probably be home around 2. So we'll get to spend the afternoon and evening together because he has not, he's been working until really late, pretty much every day, so. Yeah. It's only like 10 after 8. He like literally just took a 10-minute nap. Just so unlike him, so. Do you see yourself? You are so cute. Alright. Might as well get some coffee. I think it's gonna be a long morning. I think it's gonna be a long morning. You're so cute. Well, I'm coming. We are going to, for Betty's birthday, I got her like a baby hand and foot stamp thing so that we could stamp Hugo's hand and footprint. So we're gonna go do that now.
So we'll do his hand first?
Yeah.
Well, it doesn't matter.
We're gonna stamp your handsy and your footsy. He looks skeptical.
He's sitting here. That's very quiet, right? And now he's just gonna start.
It's like, I'm not getting food. Why am I here?
Why am I here? Why is anyone?
Which hand do you want to do, right or left?
Right, I think.
Okay.
In case he's right hand.
Right? See, that did not all come off my hand.
And that's what you got.
Let's see your hand. So cute. Good job, Bryn. Let's do your footie.
Here.
We'll take a nice picture too.
Yeah.
Here's Hugo's little footsie. So cute. And the ink came off his foot so much easier than his hand. Hooray! That was so cute, Hugo. Good morning, guys. It's Wednesday. We're leaving today. Last night was so rough. Hugo got up so many times. I don't know what was going on. I've been teething, to be honest. But yeah, it was so rough. It's like, we want to leave at 8:30. It's 8 now. I set my alarm for 7, but there was no way we were getting out. She's like getting up. So, I mean, it's not like we need to pack things like from scratch. I'm just gonna throw everything in bags and like be done with it. But yeah, so tired. Wow. Just gonna give me some coffee and then we'll pack things up. Then I'll probably leave by 9. Ugh. We're in the car. I'm filming the Canadian flag. We are in the car and we are headed to the Peace Bridge.
Back to America.
Back to America.
Yes, I'm so happy to see you.
Hi, did you just have milk? Did you just have your milk? Yeah, so we're like 2 hours away from home. Maybe less.
Maybe.
I think an hour 45 it said. Stop for a little snack.
Ooh,
Okay.
Let's...
Right, honey, you had your milk.
Okay, can you help me?
Yeah. He just really loves hummus.
Oh, what a sweet boy. Nah, Daddy loves you. Oh, you're feeling that. Whoa!
Say good morning. Hi, everybody.
We're back. The car ride yesterday actually went surprisingly well. I would say 3/4 of it were easy breezy, which is more than we could have ever hoped for. Obviously, taking like an 8-hour car ride with an infant is, or not, I shouldn't say infant, he's a baby, is not an easy thing to do, but he did so well for, I would say, like the biggest portion of it. And then toward the end, I would say probably he cried a lot during the last hour and then fell asleep. And then when he woke up for the last like 20 minutes, he was crying pretty inconsolably, but I don't blame him. It was a long car ride, and we can like get up and like move our back, move our legs a little bit, but he's just strapped down and can't. So it went really well. We had a really nice, like great, amazing trip with, or visit, I should say, with my in-laws. It was so nice to see them. And like I mentioned, that was our first time in their new place. And so it was so lovely. And now we're back. It's Thursday. It weirdly feels like a Monday. Jeff and I were saying that last night, which, by the way, we lost power last night. Can you even? There have been really strong wind gusts in the Northeast for the past few days, and we lost power. So it was actually kind of nice. I put him to bed around 7, and then I just laid in bed. I ended up falling asleep around 8, and then the most amazing thing, he only got up twice last night, which honestly is a bit of a miracle, and probably one of his best sleeping nights in a really long time. Even a few days ago when he slept for that 6-hour chunk, then he started waking up every hour after that, and it almost negates the 6 hours, you know? But last night was amazing, right, honey? You slept for 4.5 hours, woke up, then slept for another 4.5 hours, woke up, and then slept for an hour and a half, and then he was up at around like 5:40. But I'll take that any day. That only waking up twice was brilliant. And then he took an 1.5 hour nap this morning, and now he's just being a silly goose, playing. I can't believe it's Thursday, like I said. Jeff is coming home early from work today because I have to go teach dance, and I'm actually subbing today, so I'm teaching a class earlier than the class that I normally teach, so I'm gonna be there a little bit longer. I also need to film a video today, which is a little much, but hopefully I'll be able to get everything done. It's still early. Yeah, I don't know what that is. He's been doing that nonstop for like the past 2 weeks. You look like you have the biggest bags under your eyes. I just finished telling everybody that you slept so well last night. What is with those bags? You may have got my genetics, boy. Genetically, I have really, really dark circles under my eyes, so that will be really hard for you because you're super pale. You're really, really pale. But yeah, that's the game plan for today. It feels good to be back because I know like we have a lot of stuff that we need to take care of. I can't. All right, I am going to, what should I do? Maybe choreograph our later first, and then move from there. Okay, everything that needed to get done is done, and I washed all his bottles, so bonus points for me. It's a little after 1. I cannot believe that we are already into the afternoon. Hugo has taken 2 amazing naps today. I don't know. No idea. I'm going to take him downstairs now so that we can have some lunch, or so that I can have some lunch. And Jeff is heading to the train now. And yeah, I mean, listen, when you get a good night's sleep, the possibilities are endless. Also, I wanted to tell you guys, fun. We have a showing tomorrow. We are meeting with, or I should say I'm meeting with, Hugo and I are meeting with our new realtor. And we are going to a showing that could potentially be pretty great. Now, here's the story. I'll tell you now. That way we're like both prepared for tomorrow. So, the condo is in the same community that I originally, like, remember I told you guys that like my dream condo and I loved it and the price was like too good to be true and then it was already gone. And I was talking about how like, oh, like I wish our realtor would have jumped on that sooner, or like, I don't know, maybe by the time I even saw the listing, it wasn't available anymore. Anyway, this condo is in that same community, and I haven't been there yet, but from what I've seen and from what I've heard, I think it's the condo community that I really, really want to be in. I really like the grounds, and I really like what you get by living there and everything. So this condo is, they've got a few different kinds, and this type of condo that we're going to see tomorrow is I think it's one of their larger units, but it's the description is perfect. I'll say that. The description is perfect. Now, here is the little bit of a catch. The catch is that for some reason, okay, the condo is being sold by the owner. Fine. Totally legit. Cool. The only thing that I'm like a little nervous about is that they haven't posted any pictures of the interior. That's a little weird, right? So, first of all, I'm glad that I'm going with I wouldn't have gone by myself anyway, because that would have been silly. But I'm glad I'm going with the realtor, because like, what if? I mean, it says like, new this, new that, like gorgeous this, gorgeous that, but you never know. And so it'll be something. That's for sure. Like, either it's going to be great. Well, I mean, like, okay, either it's going to be amazing, great, and I'm going to want to put an offer in on the spot, or it'll just be like, you know, decent and still great, and I like will probably still want to put an offer in, or it could be like real scary. You just never know, right? You never know. So anyway, that's the deal with tomorrow. But yeah, anyway, I want to just update you guys on that way. Tomorrow, like, because tomorrow's busy, if I didn't have time to tell you guys the condo story, I had some time now. So, fingers crossed. I know you guys will see it on Monday, and like, it'll all have already happened. Saturday, we are having a sit down with the realtor, and like, we're going to talk through everything that we want, and we're going to a showing on Saturday too at 11 of another place. But the place tomorrow has promise. Like, if it's nice, it might be like the one. I don't know. I don't want to get excited. Anyway, all right. Time for lunch. I'm going to take Hugo downstairs and stop talking so much. It's a nice day out. Also, the weather. Oh my gosh. It went from being warm to freezing. So normally I put Hugo in the pack and play when I'm making food. Yeah. But now that he's so mobile, he does not like being in here. Look at his teethies. Can you see his teeth? Yeah, I see them. There they are. Oh my gosh. I just can't believe it. I can't believe you have two teethies. Mommy's making her lunch. Is that okay? Is that all right, honey? Look, he's like in crawl position. Yeah, honey. You look like you've been through it. What's going on? I love you. Mama's gonna go make her sandwich, okay, honey? Okay. Feel a little like exhausted. We are going to see the condo now. We went to Hugo's gym class. It was so fun, as per usual. And now we are gonna go see the condo, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Please, please, please let it be great. Please. So yeah, I will fill you guys in afterward on the whole experience. Let's go. Oh my gosh, guys, we're home. Hugo is crawling around. Oh, my hair. Okay, I loved it. I loved it. It's not perfect by any means. There is a lot of updating we would need to do, but I think it's still probably the closest thing we're gonna get to what we want in this general vicinity. Look at this. Look at this bun. So the community is so cute. It's so cute and just so like exactly where you would want to raise little ones. The vibe already, like every condo, every like little townhome was decorated for Halloween, and so you just got the feel that like it was a very kid-friendly community. And like I mentioned in the car, there are a lot of communities in this area that are older communities, and older communities that allow younger families to move in, but it's just a certain percentage. I don't know the like exact rules, but I think it's like 80% 55 plus, 20% under 55, and it has something to do, I think, with the taxes. I don't know enough about it, but it seemed like a very kid-friendly community, very cute. And like I said, the best thing about this particular townhome is, and I keep calling it a condo, it's a townhome. It's listed as a townhome. I don't know the difference between a townhome and a condo, but it's a townhome. The townhome, like, the best part about it is that it has so much space, and it's definitely a place we could grow into. And that's the tricky thing, because with some of the places that we've been looking, they're on the smaller side, and you're getting more location. You're getting more location. What are you doing? You're so far away. You're so far away. You're so far away. You're getting more location than you are space. And I feel like we've done that, you know, like we lived in Manhattan, we've done the like small space thing. And, you know, my argument against that is that we're starting a family. I mean, we've started a family, right? We have Hugo, but like our family's only going to get bigger, and I can't see us like in a smaller space. Like I could only see us being there for a few years. And for me at least, if possible, I would like to move somewhere where like we could stay for anywhere from like, you know, 5 to 10 years, if not longer. And this place, like, you could definitely grow it. It definitely had enough space. Technically, it was only 2 bedrooms, but there was an office / den that has its own doors. Could definitely be a bedroom. It just didn't have any closets, which is why you can't like categorize it as a bedroom. Definitely could be a bedroom. And there's a whole finished basement, and like such a huge part of us wanting to like find our own space is so that we could host my in-laws when they come to see us, because when they come to see us, they've been just getting the same Airbnb every time they come, and that stuff adds up. And it would be so lovely to like just have them in our house. And that condo like definitely had the space for that. The bedrooms were really big. The master was a huge size. 2.5 bathrooms too. So there was that. Are you contributing to the conversation? Are you contributing to the conversation? Come over here. If you want to talk, you can come over. Okay, you just want to talk over me? Okay. So there's a half bath downstairs. Right when you walk in, there's a half bath and the study and the den. There's a kitchen, and now like what I was saying to Jeff, we haven't really sat down and talked about this yet. And we actually have a meeting with the realtor tomorrow morning at 9:30, so I think that'll be interesting. Yeah. And I just messaged her to ask her if we could potentially go see the condo again tomorrow evening, and I could like take Jeff to go see it. But there are definitely updates that need to be made. But it's very livable, like 1,000% livable, comfortably so. Like definitely move-in ready. There's nothing that like has to be fixed immediately because you just like can't do it. But knowing Jeff, like knowing our taste and like our ideal sort of like living situation, the kitchen is cut off from the living space, but the seller mentioned that you can tear that wall down. That's something that I guess she had wanted to do, but never got around to it. And so I know that's something that we would probably want to do as well, because I like the idea of being able to like all be in the same space, but to be able to see Hugo if he's in the living room and I'm in the kitchen, right? Right? Because you're always up to mischief. And yeah, I mean, honestly, for me, the biggest pro was the community. A con. Ooh, the con that... Am I looking at myself now? No. I'm still trying to figure this camera out. I'm pretty sure I need to look in the lens. Come here! The biggest con is the commute to the train, and the commute for Jeff. It's going to be a lot longer. Not a lot longer, but like longer. And that's not great. But that being said, again, like for the price, it's a great price. It's a great like there's so many pros. But I would never ask him, I would never ask Jeff or tell Jeff to like, I would never say like that doesn't matter. Does that make sense? Like I would never say like his commute isn't a huge factor in where we end up buying, because I know if it were me commuting, I wouldn't want a long commute. And I would have to think long and hard about it. But there are so many pros. And I guess like thinking of Hugo too, I want Hugo, oh my gosh. I want Hugo to grow up in a community where he feels like he can play outside. Like, especially if we're going to live in a townhome. Because that was like one of my fears about a townhome or condo community. Even though I grew up in a townhome for the first, we lived there for the first, I think, 5 years. We moved into this house when I was 5. Or maybe even 6. And I remember loving living in it. Like, I mean, you don't know when you're a kid. I had a lot of friends. I love the community feel. But what I was nervous about, especially with some of the condo townhome communities in this area, is that some of them don't have a lot of like woods and space for kids to play. You're being so loud. And I don't want to move somewhere where Hugo won't have space to play. Do you know what I mean? I feel like that's something I don't want to take away from him, is the space to play. Especially if we're going to be living in the suburbs. Like, if we're going to be living in the suburbs, the whole point of living in the suburbs, besides obviously not living in the city and it being quiet, is so that, like, he can play outside. He can play outside and, you know, like, I mean, there was nothing like it when I was a kid, playing outside and, you know, like, digging up bugs and playing in the woods and all that fun stuff. So this place definitely like had that. Oh my gosh, I've been talking for almost 10 minutes. Okay, I have to stop. Anyway, I'm so excited to talk to Jeff about it. I will check back in with you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's such a busy day. We're meeting with the realtor at 9:30. We have another showing for a different place. Oh, so much closer, like 5 minutes from here. At 11, I have my eyelash refill appointment at 1, and then hopefully, fingers crossed, we can go back to this townhome and see it tomorrow evening. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Look at this cutie patootie face. Mom is like, there's literally no way. You look like a little bear. Hi. So, I haven't vlogged at all this morning because I'm about to lie down on a puzzle. Oh, you take what you can get. We had the craziest morning. So we went to go meet the realtor this morning, and guess who had the blowout to end all blowouts the minute we got there? Was it Jeff? No. Was it me? Good guess, but no. It was Hugo. He had a major blowout. And I'm not just talking like, oh, he went poopy and like we need to change him. Oh my god, it got everywhere. It got like all over his pants, down to his socks. Oh my gosh, it was terrible. And it was like so cold that I felt so bad. And I didn't have like a fully stocked diaper bag because of that, you know, the grape water incident where my grape water exploded in my bag. Well, I still haven't cleaned that bag, really. So I haven't like restocked my diaper bag. But I did have a change of clothes for him, thank God. He had extra socks. And like, it was fine. But oh my gosh, it was nutso. And we would also realize that from the road trip, when he had a blowout, those clothes were still in the car. So all the clothes are in the wash now. Yeah. And we had a really good meeting with the realtor. Yeah. It went really well. It's going to be a great fit. And yeah, now we have a showing
we're gonna leave Hugo at home because he came to the meeting this morning, and that like obviously just proved to be more stress than it's worth. So we're gonna leave him home with my mom. We're gonna go zip over to the showing in a few minutes, and then we'll go home. Oh yes, thank you. Woo, my eyebrows always look crazy after I get my lashes refilled, and I got a blowout. It feels so good, yeah. I have to go inside and touch up my brows. Also, really funny, Hugo just got his first piece of mail. Actually, he's gotten mail before, but this is the first check. His check just arrived from the work he did on that film. So that's something we can get a little giggle about. Anyway, I just got home. I'm going to go inside. Jeff and I, before I went to the salon, I had talked about maybe taking a drive to Brewster. Not to go in the condo, but to like show him the grounds. And just because, again, like for me at least, and I've said to him, the biggest con is just the commute. So just like show him the commute before he previews the condo. I don't know. So he said originally that he wanted to. I'll see now that he's been home for a little bit with Hugo, like how he feels and if he wants to go back out. But yeah, that's sort of the plan as of right now. And yeah, I should go fix my eyebrows. So I didn't fix my eyebrows. We're doing like, I don't know if this is considered creepy. I don't think it's creepy either, because we need to see, like, we're not going to the condo. We're going to the community so that Jeff can see the community. And we're also testing out the commute. So we're headed there now. And also just got an email about another listing not too far from this condo. So we're gonna check that out as well. Not the actual condo, but just the community.
Yeah, creepy style.
Creepy style. Creep style.
Oh my God, Hugo just pulled himself up and stood up on his own.
We didn't touch him at all.
He's standing up right now. That's crazy. Guys, I think Hugo only woke up one time last night. I'm trying to like race back through the night in my head. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he only woke up once. It'd be pretty amazing. I have such a headache for some reason. To drink some water. It's Sunday. Jeff has to go into the city for work today. I'm gonna have to do some filming, so I am going to, it's only 8 a.m. I'm gonna like get up, have coffee, and then a little bit later, my mom's gonna watch Hugo so that I can get some filming done. That's the plan for today. I'm gonna put a pretty bold statement out there on the internet. I'm gonna say that like no one has seen a messier house than mine. And like granted, there's 3 of us living in one room, and this is like just laundry piles. Still, I feel like every time I show you guys this space, it's a mess. I put Hugo's little fox hat on because he's so cute. Because it's a little chilly. And yeah, I just have the honor of doing all this laundry today. Hey guys, so we just finished filming, which was nice. My mom is watching Hugo. But I just realized that I never told you what ended up happening with the sleep consultant. So let me sit you guys down. And then I'll end the weekly vlog after this, because I'm sure the weekly vlog is getting like super duper long. Can you see me? No. Okay. How do we do this? I can back up. Okay. That should be good for now. Okay, let's talk about what happened with the sleep consultant. So I told you, I don't know, it wasn't last week, but maybe it was the week before. I told you that we were hiring a sleep consultant, that we had reached the end of our rope and that it was just too much. So I won't get into like super specifics, but I ended up hating her. Ooh, is that so bad to say? Hate is a strong word. I'll say this. After talking, after having our consultation, I realized like, wow, this is not gonna work. Like, we are not a good fit. And one of the biggest things that made me realize that was that
I told her, we were like talking about how Hugo sleeps now. And I said, like, obviously I'm not opposed to the crib. Like, we have the crib set up. That's why we're doing this. Like, I want to figure out a way to get him in the crib. But for now, he's sleeping in our bed. And I also mentioned, like, how he sleeps in our bed and how we've been doing the whole bed sharing thing. Well, she, like, went into, like, a whole thing, like, a whole speech about how unsafe bed sharing is. And listen, I get it. Like, I get that, like, the Academy of Pediatric Doctors or whatever it is doesn't recommend bed sharing unless it's under very specific circumstances. And she said, she was like, bed sharing is only safe if there's absolutely nothing on the bed. No pillows, no blankets, and adults, like, can't sleep like that. And so, you know, they have a blanket or they have a pillow, but it's so incredibly unsafe. And then she, like, started telling me a story about, and I told her, I was like, Hugo's 7 months. And she started telling me about a 7-month-old baby who died from bed sharing, a little boy. And I was like, there are suspicious similarities happening here. Like, you're using fear-mongering tactics on me. Like, is this a real story? And if it is, like, how awful for you to bring this up. Like, I'm a mom. Like, the last thing you should be bringing up is a terrible story about a baby who passed away. You know, and she didn't even use, like, she used such harsh language when talking about it too. And I remember that, like, really rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, just not the thing to bring up or talk about with a mom. And yeah, it just really bothered me how she was, like, totally mommy shaming me and totally, like, making me feel so bad about bed sharing. And I was like, we didn't choose to bed share. Even if we did, like, not your place to, like, be shaming me about it. But we didn't even choose to, like, this was sort of like Hugo pretty much chose it. Like, he didn't want to sleep anywhere but our bed. And so yeah, it was just, like, so little compassion from her end and empathy. And she never asked me about myself. She never asked me, like, questions about myself and, like, oh, like, tell me a little bit about Hugo and his personality. And if you're trying to design a sleep training plan with a baby, like, shouldn't his personality, he's 7 months old, so, like, he's got a little bit of a personality, like, shouldn't that come into play? And I don't know, I just thought it was so weird and so weirdly impersonal. And, like, we're talking about a baby, like, and my baby, and so shouldn't there be some sort of, I don't know, it was just so bizarre, and I got, like, such a weird feeling from it. And so immediately when we hung up, I was like, no, we're not doing this. I don't feel comfortable doing it. And yeah, it was a no-go. So we ended up canceling it, which has been fine, right? Like, it's been fine. And I feel so much more comfortable with, like, what we've been doing. And, like, last night, he only woke up once. So I think, like, Hugo's in a position now where he's sort of, like, learning how to put himself to sleep. And obviously, like, we're on the slowest track. Like, this isn't the fast track to, like, teaching your baby how to sleep. But yeah, I just wanted to fill you guys in because I realized the other day, I was like, oh, I don't think I told them, like, what ended up happening with that. That's the story. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna clean up now because we have so much, like, so much laundry to do and, like, so much cleaning and stuff. And it's Sunday, so I need to edit this at some point and get this up for you guys tomorrow. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this week's weekly vlog. Next week, oh, I just spoke with a real estate agent, by the way, about some more listings and stuff. So I don't know, we'll see what happens this week in terms of, you know, listings and all that good stuff. Yeah, I wish we all lived closer, right? I wish we all lived closer and could get together. I think that would be so fun. It would be, like, so nice to, like, get together and have coffee with you guys. But yeah, thanks guys so much for watching this week's weekly vlog. I hope you guys are all having a good fall and a good week. I will see you all in my next one. Bye guys.